the thing in Ukraine seems to be ongoing.
Who's winning now? Give me the fucking fill in.
Look, I only watch videos of Ukrainians winning. So
well, then that's not helpful for me, man. I need you to be a little more Fox News.
Every now and then, somebody
fair and balanced.
Somebody was like, "Oh, did you see that video I sent you of the Ukrainians getting machine gunned?" And I'm like, "What is wrong with you? Can you not read the room?"
So what was the name of that site, Woody? The one that shows the map?
Oh, I forget. I need to look it up again. But that map, I can tell you because I follow it like every day. The front lines have barely moved. It's barely moved at all. And
I don't follow this one iota, and this looks exactly the same as it did 5 weeks ago when we looked it up on the show.
Literally, in the last 6 weeks, it's moved 2 blocks.
Here's what has changed.
City.
Actually, it might be a little more Russia-y, unless they added pinkish to the already existing Russian.
Going back about a month or maybe 6 weeks ago, the Ukrainians started using those Soviet era, as in 1980s era UAVs, those recon drones. And when I imagined a recon drone, I always picture the one from Call of Duty. If I'm being honest, it just looks like a big plane that you threw with your arm and got up there. But this thing looks like a MiG with one engine and no pilot in it. It looks like it's a big jet aircraft, and they loaded a couple 100 pounds of explosives on those motherfuckers and sent them into Russia, and they got through all of the Russian air defense and went as deep into Russia as Moscow is and struck Russian air bases, damaging their nuclear bombers.
They've done it twice now. So and not to be confused, but the first time they did 2 airports, and then the next time they did a 3rd airport. So I'm calling
Look at that motherfucker. It's like something out of Fallout.
Yeah.
The silver part on top is the craft, by the way, obviously. It's on that.
It's on the green part.
So that's like an old Soviet.
Yeah. That's from that's a 1980s era. It would fly over and take photographs. It would have film camera inside of it, and it would fly over and take recon.
Is that like a Slavic emblem on the back?
That's Ukraine.
So the Russians were launching these bomb runs, I don't know what to call it, from Russia. They'd fly over Ukraine, they'd drop their bombs, they'd come back. And Ukraine decided, well, heck, if you're going to launch your attack from Russia, then Russia's fair game. So they've started blowing up the bombers in Russia. So and of course Putin and the Russians are like, what is this nonsense? You're crossing our border. And it's like, dude, how
dare you invade our country with your aircraft and explosives?
Right.
Monsters. There's a lot of hypocrisy going on.
And there's a part of me that wonders, hey, Ukraine, don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear. If you attack in Russia, if you would attack Moscow, for example, you'll really piss them off. You don't want that. And then the other part of me is what? Then Russia invade you? Then Russia
we're going to invade you even harder.
Right? Are you telling me they're not trying now that they've been not just doing poorly for a year, sending 100,000 or more Russians to the meat grinder?
They could be doing that anime thing where they're just intentionally not using their power.
That's
and
the
then
claim.
Waiting to use their full power. Well, I mean, obviously, they could use more power in the attack if Putin wanted to be king of the ashes. Most countries could do that shit. But you don't want to lay waste to a country and then be like, yay, I'm the lord of nothing.
He's doing everything he can.
Like they are. They're attacking the power infrastructure in particular and trying to freeze people out and break their will. And it's 90% of this city's out of power. You are reducing this thing to rubble.
Yeah. From Putin's perspective,
I don't
that
holding
makes sense.
Anything back other than nuclear weapons. It's not like they're not using their good tanks or their good missiles. If you look at the
I thought they didn't even have good tanks.
I mean, they've got their version of good tanks, right? What I mean is they've got what they have.
Their best tanks.
Yeah, it's not like there's another class of missile or another class of rocket or or some other helicopters that are fancier that they're just leaving back home and they're using their secondhand stuff. No, they're running low on their stuff now. Their ammo's running low. They're running out of those cruise missiles. They've shot 12 or 50. I don't know what the count is. They keep count of how many cruise missiles they've shot, but they've shot over 1,000. They're running out of them.
Are they mostly
those
still
Iranian drones?
The unguided stuff?
Yeah, lots of like grad rockets and the rocket trucks that just go foo, 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 foo. Lots of that stuff. But
those
then
are
they do
so
that.
cool.
Did you guys
know, right?
Yeah.
Did you see All's Quiet on the Western Front? Did you guys watch that movie?
Yeah, that movie was awesome. I thought it was so cool.
I don't know if I thought it was awesome. It
really?
Well, all right. As a movie critic, I felt like it lacked a little plot. You just watched a guy suffer for 2 hours.
I thought it was really good.
But the point of it
either.
Okay, true. So the point is, watching this guy suffer for 2 hours, I'm like, where's the plot and why do I care about these people and stuff? But in terms of capturing the suffering of World War I, home run. My goodness, just the wet mud alone looked like such a horrible existence.
Yeah.
And as I'm watching this World War I footage of these guys suffering in the European winter, these guys just suffering in the wet and the cold, and their clothes are dirty, and there are no clean clothes to change into. This is your clothing.
Yeah.
Boom. And I'm like, this is Ukraine right now.
Nah.
Right now. No.
I bet they go get a shower if they want.
Yeah, it's definitely not as bad as World War I.
I'm looking at these Russians freezing in foxholes, thinking they don't have a much better environment.
Oh, the Russians are fucked. Yeah, that's fair. But I think the Ukrainians, on the other hand, like I think if you're on the front lines as a Ukrainian, like you're literally on the front lines, you want to, you get a shower tonight. You're just like, hey, man, I'm cold. I'm gonna head on back to was that a Subway I saw back there? A Subway restaurant? Oh, that Jared guy. I'm gonna head back over there, get some white macadamia cookies, warm up a little bit. And then
those are the best.
I might head back to the hotel, warm up, take a shower. You know what I mean? Maybe get some rest. I bet you could do that if you want.
My tummy.
There's no way they're letting you go to fucking Subway.
I need some Pepto. I'm gonna be honest.
No way you can just peace out for white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. As much as that would bring morale to the whole group.
I got the tuna salad for some reason, and I always get the meatball, but I got the tuna, and I feel a little rumble. I'm a little Pepto, so I'm gonna head on back to wherever they have electricity and Pepto.
I don't know. I hope. I have it in my head that the Ukrainians are doing a little better, that they're supplied by NATO and therefore they have wool socks.
Yeah, they got better shit,
clean clothes and shit like that. And also the supply chain is just easier when you're fighting in your own country. Yeah. Whereas Russia has to get all that shit past enemy lines.
Very true.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Still, I don't think it's any fun on the Ukraine side. And
I bet it's some fun.
No.
I saw
it's a brutal conflict.
Go to the
combat
footage subreddit and check out that thermal sniping footage. That guy's having a blast. All right, that guy's got a thermal scope. And,
the guy building his PTSD.
Yeah, but think about.
Oh, come on! He's just clicking white dots over there, and they're falling over. It's probably not people. It's white dots.
They're people.
I can't argue with that.
I wouldn't be able to do that very well. Like, I don't think I would be able to kill someone. That's
because you got to work everything else and keyboard skills.
And granted, if they were invading my homeland, very, very different. And so I think that would probably
get the fuck out of St. Louis. Hell, you might do some good. Come on. Yeah, behind me.
Honestly, if Russia unironically invaded St. Louis, I think a lot of people here would be like, let's wait. Let's see what ideas they have. Like, and it's something to stop crime. Oh, public executions. Well, okay, we'll try it. We'll try it. We'll see if that works.
I think it was in 30 Rock. They mentioned St. Louis or something. I think the joke was something like this. It was like, have you been to St. Louis and seen the Arch? I flew over once and thought I did, but it turned out to be a half burned down McDonald's.
Yeah. I mean, there's when you fly from the east over St. Louis, if you can unfortunately see any of the like East St. Louis city leading up to the city, it just is such a bad reflection on us. Like no one who lives in St. Louis, we do not take ownership of East St. Louis. That's fucking Illinois. That's Illinois. East St. Louis, Illinois. St. Louis, Missouri, very nice. That's the nice side of St. Louis. St. Louis, East St. Louis, Illinois, dog shit, the worst. Good, huh? Same way, Kansas City, the Missouri side of Kansas City, nice as shit, awesome. the Kansas side of Kansas City leaves something to be desired, other than Overland Park, which is full of like really.
I'm sure I've
rich
asked
people.
before, but have you been up in the arch?
Yeah,
Like top
yeah.
of
I went when I was a kid up to the arch.
Yeah,
I guess they have those.
Every
goofy,
Missouri man has to. Is a rite of passage.
Everyone who goes to school in the St. Louis area has to go up in the arch eventually. And yeah, it's like, I don't think they've redone the elevators. I think I told you this before. The elevators aren't boxes. They're white ovals that like sit in the bottom of those legs or whatever, or in part of it. And so you sit in these little chairs in a circle with people, and then that takes you to the top of the arch. And then you get out and the lady's like, watch your step, it's curved. And it's like, yeah, I know. And then you step out and you're like, oh fuck, like yeah, it's really it really is fucking curved up here. It's
you've
neat.
been
Like
to the
there's
top
a good
of the,
view.
You've been to the top of the Willis building too, right? Or the Sears Tower. I used to be the Sears
The
Tower,
Willis
the
Tower?
Willis, and then maybe it's something else now. Woody and Joe went up there one time.
No,
yeah.
I didn't go to the. I've been to Chicago many times. Never went to the top of the. Or no, when I was a kid, when it was still the Sears Tower, we did that.
You stand out on the little like glass protrusion that you can like look down to the street below.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
That was a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day.